9:20 this morning.
As someone who's in the World Cup final this year, as someone who's in the Wimbledon final, both of which events are happening today, no one knows the answer. Why? Because it's all been overshadowed by this event. The Peterborough Duathlon champions ships. I believe it's a nationwide event, and it will be taking place in about an hour. The favorite, Dragstra, is out with a swollen larynx as well as an inflamed, I believe it's an inflamed, I'm not sure exactly what it is, but he has something inflamed and a swollen larynx. John Dragstra, who has expanded his horizons and has begun the duathlons as opposed to just the running events, which has brought on speculation that maybe he is also involved in the scandal that's been running rampant in these events, a doping scandal, unfortunately. Steroids are a big problem, and we're going to look into this a little further. He is one of the main people they're looking at as the doping scandal becomes a bigger and bigger truth in these little events. It's unfortunate, but very, very true. We'll get on with the festivities and see how the racers are coming along.
Right here, you may want to check.
2 tires, some pipes, a chain. Seems pretty simple. The idea of a bike built by John Ferguson, the original bike in 1706. I'm sure he didn't intend for it to catch on quite the way it did. All these people have them anyway, and they'll be using them to bike 20K. It's quite the distance, especially after running 2, followed by 5 more kilometers of running. Some of these athletes waste a lot of time trying to find their bikes in this desert of bikes and metal and flesh, and some of them waste a lot of crucial seconds just trying to find their bikes. Except for one athlete, he's found a way to get around that. It's one John Dragstra. Doesn't have your traditional bike style. There it is. You can pick that away. You can pick that out from miles away. It's got the lamb's wool seat for extra cushioning on that long ride. And if you'll notice, legend has it that John Dragstra's right hand is on his left arm, and his left hand is on his right arm. And it seems that the legends are true, because his handlebars are on backwards and upside down. We'll look into this a little further as well. We've got tens of thousands of bikes here, some of which will be winners, some of which will be losers. Here's picturesque Peterborough on the Ottenobby River. Very picturesque, very nice. There's something that's not so picturesque going on in these events, and that's doping. We've taken the rights and the authority to looking at one John Dragstra's locker, and we found something very interesting. These. Very colorful, very, very legal, I think. We'll look into it. Starburst and Fizz, both very heavy in the sugar, sorbic acid, but the one we're concerned most with is the sodium citrate. I know it gives it that zingy zest, that sour slurp that everyone loves, but I'm not sure if it's on the banned substance list. John Dragstra may be forced to not be in this race due to the sodium citrate. Any other racers maybe hoping to finish strong and hopefully not ending up like these other past racers. It's a tough track, so it's not entirely unusual for the Ottenobby 27K. We'll look further into this scandal involving John Dragstra and a couple other races with the sodium citrate. And here is now famous athletic supporter, Mrs. Dragstra. I know who she's cheering for, now that Phil Dragstra's out with Solmonix. And it looks like it's the Netherlands. And who in this race, Mrs. Dragstra?
His heritage dates back to the Netherlands. But
I understand.
Canadian, John Dragstra.
Say no more, say no more. You know that he is a suspect in a doping doping scandal that's going around?
I don't believe it.
I understand you cook a lot of his meals.
I do, as a matter of fact.
Maybe he's not aware of the doping.
Are you accusing me?
When you cook his meals, is there anything unusual that you put in his food that he might not even be aware of?
Good healthy things.
Good healthy things, such as?
Yesterday he had beans.
Beans?
Yes.
The magical fruit?
The magical fruit.
Oh yes, there's a rhyme that goes along with that. I'm not sure how it goes, but the magical fruit, yes, that's the secret to his success.
Well, that's what he had yesterday.
He had beans, and the day before I heard he had chili.
Yes, he did.
That's a lethal couple of days.
That's true, leading up.
So you think this will be like a jet propulsion on the bike?
It may well.
He may not. Oh, and wait a minute. Oh, there he is.
We're hoping.
Oh, John Dragstra just nipped across and kissed the #1 fan. I think there might be something more to just cooking meals here.
Well,
And all Mrs. Dragstra can do is laugh. There must be something here.
I'm not telling you anymore. A secret should remain a secret.
I see, I understand. There's John Dragstra way in the back. There's his warm-up. Traditional style warm-up this time. Looks like he may have a problem with his arm. I want to get a closer look at his hands to just see. It does look like his right hand is on his left arm, as we suspected. Oh, I can't get a good enough look. They're moving so quickly. We're gonna have to get back to you on this. I can't get a close enough look at the arms, but there's John Dragstra. I don't see any. Doesn't look like he's all doped up for this race, but it's hard to tell just by looking. There he is. All right, we'll get back to you at the start line. Mrs. Dragstra, anything else to say? So many athletes, but only one will be crowned the champion. Will it be John Dragstra, or will it be another one of these fine racers? Whoa, and they're off! There they go. We're trying to find where John Dragstra is at the start. We can't quite see him yet, but I'm sure he's right up near the... Oh, there he is. There he is with those spandex top and spandex shorts, which I thought were franchised by Spandex Shirt, but I guess he didn't have a patent on them. And the racers are off anyway. And there they go. We'll catch up with them at the first time around the loop. And there goes John Dragstra through the first one, looking strong, looking real sharp and confident as usual. I think he gave his signature wave, but we may have missed it. Anyways, there he goes. Oh, Liz Dragstra, just trying to sneak a cameo in wherever she can. Jumping into the frame. Turns out test came back. Sodium citrate is not a banned substance. Your thoughts, Mrs. Dragstra?
I had no worries.
No worries. We're looking into the beans and chili to see if that's a banned substance or not, but people are telling me that it's foolish to even look into it, but we're checking it out anyway. We'll be at the transition next. Your thoughts on where Mr. Dragstra will be?
Probably about the same as he was here.
About the same as he was here?
Yeah, he's not pushing himself in this leg.
Ah, yes, he's saving himself a little bit.
Yeah.
I understand. Well, we'll see you at the bikes. And here comes John Dragstra around in the corner. Looking confident still, saving a bit of energy. Oh, and he still has enough energy for the wave. There's a competitor. There's a true athlete. No, I won't stoop to that level. We'll try and keep this video clean. And the fans are going wild at the midpoint of this race. As you can see here, Mrs. Dragstra is avidly watching the race. She can't hardly control her emotions. What is she actually up to here? Ah, looks like a duathlon crossword to me. A couple words that jump to my mind right about now would be fun, athleticism, excitement, joy, pleasure, and unfortunately, doping. Does that word end up in a crossword? We shall see. I see the word ear spelt incorrectly. Mrs. Dragstra is one great fan, but it appears not the greatest crossword doer, for lack of a better word. Your thoughts?
I have none, I'm busy.
She's busy, as are the rest of these fans. Not quite going as crazy as Mrs. Dragstra, but everyone's feeling the buzz and the excitement, waiting for the racers to arrive. There's John Dragstra, right behind that tree, having a little drink. It's been a long race already. He's on pace for a new personal best, and will be a favorite to probably win this race. There he goes. Looking confident, still strong. And we'll catch him at the finish line. Here comes John Dragstra ripping around the corner with the greatest of speed. Oh, gives a little signature wave of his. There he goes. That's going to be a new personal best. John Dragstra, as the announcers have just said. From Bob Cage in Ontario. And where is his #1 fan? Oh, there she is. She's looking proud.
In the 70-plus age category.
That 70-plus age category that was just stated was not for John Dragstra, of course. Was Dragstra, how do you think
I'd say
this fine young gentleman did?
very well, actually.
Very well?
Under an hour and a half.
Under an hour and a half. I believe he was hoping for a time of around 1:40, I believe.
Yes.
So this is a fantastic time, right?
Actually, he did his 5K run in his normal, if not even better than his normal time.
Ah, excellent, excellent. That's incredible. So that's a personal best with an asterisk beside it for being even better than on its own.
Here he comes. Here
Oh,
he comes now.
and we can have a moment with the finishing probably near the top of his age category. I'd say probably #1 with that time. Looking at his watch, checking it out. I think he's probably got a smile on his face. Oh. He's just studying right now at the moment, checking his splits. Thumbs up.
Pretty darn good time.
Fantastic time.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Good.
You did your riding like you always do. If not
Like
better.
you always do, if not better.
20.
Yeah.
Not
So
bad.
that's good.
And doesn't even seem to be breathing too heavy. Oh, look out. This is a camera. Oh! Oh! This is bad form. This will be the last event we ever cover for this gentleman, John Dragstra. So, Mr. Dragstra, now that you've made the jump to duathlon, can we expect to see you in the triathlon maybe in the near future?
The duathlon. I'm not sure. I'm not a very good swimmer. I might find myself in the bottom of the lake.
That's true, that's true. So duathlon might be the place for you after all.
It looks not too bad. I liked it.
Yeah, seemed like a good start. Well, I guess we'll see you at the next race.
Okay. Gotta get my bike here.
Signing off from the duathlon in Peterborough. Here's the bike that did it. The lambs will seat once again. That must have been the secret weapon right there. Signing out from Peterborough. Till next